Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is joy. Now, the definition of joy, according to Webster's dictionary, is an emotion evoked by well-being, success, or good fortune, or by the prospect of possession of what one desires. It can also mean a state of happiness. Okay? So when people think about joy, you really think about it in two ways. You can think about joy is achieving or having the things you want, or when you get those things that you want, then you have joy, or that joy is the prospect, it's the intention, it's the processes that you go through in order to get those things. Now, for me, I prefer to think about joy as being the state that I'm in right now. I am joyful, I am happy, I am appreciative of the things that I have, and also by the prospect of the things that are going to come to me through my current hard work, through my efforts, through my intentions, through my goals and aspirations. Right? So I'm not the kind of person who needs to have the thing to be happy. I'm happy in the pursuit of the things that I would like to have in my life. So a lot of times when people think about joy, especially when you put joy as the end result, when I do this, then I will be happy, often find themselves unhappy because when they get those things, they find that there's an emptiness to it. Right? So I think I've talked about this before in the use of the word happiness. Right? So when we move towards something, if we are taking joy, if we're taking pleasure, if we're happy in the fact that we're able to do things to move us forward, it really doesn't matter whether we get those things or not in the end, because we're enjoying the destination, or we're enjoying the process that moves us forward. So whatever you do, if you always approach it as you're looking at how is this going to move me forward? How is this going to make me a better person? How is this going to get me one step closer to being in the situation that I want to be? Then you can take joy in that moment. Right? Joy to me is more of a mindset than it is an emotion. Right? Emotion is kind of determined by the outward situations most of the time. I want to think about it as something that's in my control. I can choose to be joyful no matter what the circumstances. Now, does that mean that you're always going to be up? Absolutely not. You're not always going to be smiling and cheery. But it's understanding that as we progress forward, we can choose how we perceive our situations, how we react to our situations, and understand that joy is one of those contagious sorts of things. If you're happy, if you're joyful, then you're going to attract people to you. You're going to make people feel better. They're going to want to be around you. So help to spread a little love, spread a little joy. Take joy in what you do. Take pleasure in what you do, and understand that with each step, you're moving yourself forward to the person that you want to be. All right, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson, and we'll see you next week.